contest as the Astros look for a sweep today against the Kansas City Royals.
This is the Astros starting lineup presented by Whataburger. You've got the typical three at the top: Jeremy Pena, Yordan Alvarez, and Christian Walker. Then you have Joey Loperfido sliding into that fourth spot, followed by Cam Smith, Jake Myers, Bryce Matthews. Reynel Delgado making his major league debut will be hitting ahead of Colin Price, the big man in the middle of that lineup. Counting on him to complete this sweep here in Kansas City.
They'll be facing the 29-year-old Stephen Kolek, who gets the start today. He's a Houston guy. He grew up about an hour north of Houston and went to Shepherd High School. His brother Tyler was a number 2 overall pick in the Major League Draft in 2014 by the Marlins. Astros had the number 1 pick that year. Then he would go on in Stephen to Texas A&M for 3 years with the Aggies, 2016 to 2018. Before he was drafted and now in another organization after being traded from the Padres to the Kansas City Royals, and he will face the Houston Astros today, his hometown team, as he gets ready for start number 9 on the season for Stephen Kolek. Beautiful afternoon here in Kansas City. The major storm that we went through last night kind of cleared out the weather, and it is perfect today.
Yeah, tough to beat 75 and sunny if that's what it is, because it is a beautiful day. Light breeze, good pitching matchup, and hopefully a nice, clean, well-played, efficient baseball game. But there have been some oddities in this series so far, so let's get this thing going.
Jeremy Pena will dig in. Astros without Jose Altuve and Isaac Paredes in today's lineup. Sure, we'll see them back in there tomorrow against the Tigers when they're home at Dyken Park. Pena has hit in 7 straight games against the Royals going back to last season. And he goes after the first pitch from Kolek and fouls it away, 0-1. Kolek, as we mentioned, from Shepherd High School north of Houston. He has faced mostly AL West teams recently. 2 of his last 3 starts have been against the Rangers. And prior to that, he faced Seattle and shut them out in a 4-hit shutout here at Kauffman Stadium over 9 innings of work. This is a ground ball to short, 2 hops for Bobby Witt Jr., and we're underway with a 6-3 to start this one. Official game time temperature today 74, as Yordan Alvarez, as usual, salutes the opposing dugout and then taps Salvador Perez on his way into the batter's box, digging that back foot in for his first at bat. He woke up today, Blummer, having passed Yandy Diaz in the batting average race, leading all Triple Crown categories in the AL.
Yeah, 3 knocks yesterday is going to help that out.
There have not been many players who have dominated a team in their home stadium like Yordan has dominated the Royals in this stadium. As he goes the other way, and that's caught by Michael Garcia. Yordan bidding for another opposite field hit. He had 2 of those yesterday, but Garcia robbed him there.
Yeah, 94 up and in, tied up Yordan. But the way he goes in this stadium, you just assumed it was going to end up out there in left field, but Michael Garcia reaches out there with a leather and takes away that potential hit.
Yordan was hitting .397 here at Kauffman Stadium prior to that lineout. The 2 quick outs for Kolek, and he'll face Christian Walker. Kolek delivers down for a ball, 1-0. Christian with a home run in the game Friday night, also hit 1 last night. Got 1 in the first inning on Friday. Hit a 2-run shot in the 4th inning last night. Chance to get a home run in 3 straight games for the 2nd time this year. As he takes a pitch for a strike, it's 1-1. Christian, the only one that has faced Kolek before. He is 0 for 3 against Kolek with a strikeout. Faced Stephen with the Diamondbacks. Kolek pitched for San Diego in 2024 out of their bullpen, and then moved into the rotation last year before being traded to the Royals. This one off the mound, hit sharply and gloved by
Pairings menu for $6.99 each. That's right. Get 2 or more Papa John's favorites for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, and now better sandwiches. Papa John's.
Back here in Kansas City, Good look at how the Royals are going to line up. Carter Jensen leading off, Bobby Witt Jr., Jack Caglione, Michael Garcia, Michael Massey, Salvador Perez, Cameron Meisner, Lane Thomas, and Isaac Collins in there. Salvador Perez, the veteran, has 4 hits in this series. They're all singles, but he's got a pretty good batting average, and he is the veteran of this ball club.
Spencer Arrighetti getting the ball today for the Astros. Pitched in Anaheim and worked around one tough inning. Ended up going 6 innings in that start. See his numbers on the year for Spencer. If he had enough innings to qualify for the major league lead, he would be second in the American League in ERA behind Cam Schlittler with that 2.21 ERA. As Spencer faces Carter Jensen here to begin this game. This is where it all started for Spencer Arrighetti. Made his big league debut on this mound at Kauffman Stadium. Started the first game of this road trip, now starts the last game of the road trip and delivers a breaking ball that's going to be a called strike. Jacob Metz said that clipped the edge.
It did not.
Carter Jensen wasn't sure. It's 1-2. It did not, huh?
No, it was a great pitch. It's pretty impressive that Jensen didn't offer at it.
Swing and a miss. Arrighetti starts his afternoon with a strikeout as Jensen goes down swinging. Let's check out the defensive starters presented by Xfinity. Arrighetti will work with Colin Price today. And how about the new infielder, Ray Delgado? Raynel Delgado making his big league debut. Alongside Jeremy Pena, you've got Bryce Matthews giving Jose Altuve the day off with Christian Walker on the right side. Joey Loperfido, Jake Myers, Cam Smith, your outfielders. Delgado, longtime minor leaguer with the Guardians, then moved to the Brewers for a year. And earlier this year with Tampa Bay, all the minor league level. Today, his first game in the majors is with the Houston Astros playing third base. Bobby Witt Jr. tests him, and it goes by the diving Raynel Delgado into left field. Bobby Witt celebrates his 26th birthday with a base hit to left field.
That curveball stayed on the plate. And a very good swing decision from the new 26-year-old. Delgado gave it an effort. The ball hit pretty hard, getting past him quickly. See it coming right at you.
Bobby Witt now 4 for 16 on his birthday. His other 3 hits all came on his 23rd birthday against Cincinnati. Here's Jack Caglione, who takes a pitch for a strike at the top of the zone, 0-1. Spencer debuted on April the 10th of 2024 in this stadium. It did not go well. He went 3 innings, gave up 7 runs on 7 hits that day. And for the very first day he arrived, he showed up on the team bus, the last bus in, which he never does, but that was his first day in. He just got in from the airport and would start the next day. A pitch up and away, 1-1. Learned a lot about him in a short amount of time, and now here he is as kind of the anchor, if you will, until Hunter Brown is activated for his next start on Tuesday against the Tigers.
Yeah, if Spencer's able to maintain, that's a nice little 1-2 punch with Hunter Brown coming back.
See the pitching matchup Tuesday?
I did.
How about it? It's the co-aces from the last few seasons for the Astros going head-to-head. Hunter Brown against Framber Valdez in the middle game of that 3-game series against the Tigers. Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw by Price is a good one, but Bobby Witt had a good jump. That's a strikeout of Caglione, while Witt Jr. steals his American League leading 25th bag of the year.
Pretty good pitch for Price to throw on as Caglione gets beat by 94 up top. Just the speed of Bobby Witt Jr. a little too much to try and catch up to.
Now a runner in scoring position for Michael Garcia. The Nasim Nunez of the Nationals also with 25 steals over in the National League. 1 pitch is in for a ball, 1-1. Spencer had 7 strikeouts of the Angels in his first start on this road trip. Has 2 already today. Checked swing, and the count goes to 2-1. The wind, which was a big factor here on Friday night, was blowing out to left. Today it's opposite. It's helping left-hand hitters, blowing out to right. Missed the bottom of the zone on a close pitch. Arrighetti was hoping for that call. It's 3-1. Hit past Jeremy Pena into left field. Charging Joey Loperfido. Bobby Witt Jr. with great speed will score easily. And the Royals get in front 1-0 on the RBI single by Garcia. His 26th RBI of the year.
Two-out RBI for Garcia. He got a cutter that stayed in the middle part of the plate. Was able to pull it just past Jeremy Pena. Loperfido coming up the best he can, but I'm with you, TK. Just too much speed from Bobby Witt Jr. in that 2-strike count, off with the swing.
Oh, Michael Massey, the batter. Massey hitting in the 5 spot today. See his numbers in the month of June. He's having a great month so far with an OPS over 1,000. That one's down and in, 2-0. Royals out in front 1-0. The Royals scored first in yesterday's game with a Michael Massey RBI base hit. Royals have scored in the first or second inning of all 3 games in this series. This ball hit hard but foul down the right field line. Arrighetti's numbers on the season pretty much the same home and road splits. He has walked a few more in his road starts than his home starts. The ERA is virtually identical coming in, 2.22 at home, 2.20 in his starts on the road. Astros starting the day with a record of 33-39, hoping with a win today, not only for a sweep, but a chance to get within 5 games of 500. They have not done that since they were 8-13 after game 21 of the season. There goes the runner, and the pitch is a ball. The throw by Price is late. Garcia has his 5th steal of the season. And the Royals with a couple of stolen bases here in the first inning.
I think he got that one on Spencer. Garcia anticipated that move pretty quick. No chance. Watch the jump. It's a pretty good jump.
And a swing and a miss. Price will have to throw down to first. Arrighetti gets 3 strikeouts in the inning, but the Royals with a couple of hits in the first run of the game lead it 1-0.
That's night, Tuesday, June 16th. Be sure to purchase your Charlie Brown Astros jersey add-on while supplies last at astros.com/peanuts. TK?
All right, Lauren, we go to the second inning. Astros down 1-0 as they will have their 4, 5, 6 hitters due up. We have never said that before about Joey Loperfido being a 4-hitter. First time in his major league career he's hitting the cleanup spot. He has now hit everywhere in the lineup with the exception of third with his first start as the cleanup batter. Looking for his first hit on this road trip. He is 0 for 7 on the trip. He has drawn 4 walks. Oleg's a guy who can be tough on left-handers. In fact, since he debuted, he has reverse splits, holding lefties to a much better mark than right-handers. As he quickly gets ahead of Loperfido, 0-2.
Yeah, his four-seamer plays to both right-handed hitters and left-handed hitters, but if he's able to locate that fastball up and in, it's going to open up the entire outside part of the plate. It's also that slider and cutter that have been effective. Left-handed hitters coming in hitting 125 against that slider.
Other way, a leaping grab by Bobby Witt Jr. The Royals come into play some defense today. Bobby Witt with a phenomenal play on his birthday.
Good swing by Joey. That was a two-seamer on the inside that he tried to hit the other way, but Bobby Witt Jr. closed the gap and laid out. Full Superman catches that thing. He is not having the offensive season that he would like, but he has been getting it done on the defensive side. Pretty good display of athleticism right there.
Now Cam Smith, nobody's going to catch that one. Base hit up the middle for Cam, a line drive single for the Astros first base runner.
Good aggressive swing from Cam.
How about all in all the time, presented by Daly and Black? I know this graphic is not going to please Jeremy Pena, but he's no longer the fastest Astro on the 26 roster. It's Cam Smith.
How about it? There's a youth movement on that list. As young as Jeremy is, some of the younger guys are floating.
That is a speedy outfield when you have those three out there. Bryce Matthews playing second base today. Cam still leads the team in steals with 8. He's only been caught once this year. Jake Myers misses the slider. It's 1-1. Jake hit a home run yesterday. Went 2 for 4 and then was robbed on a line drive his last time up. Could have had his third hit of the game. A little less than 3 hours drive from Omaha, where Jake grew up, to Kansas City. So family and friends here for this series. There is nobody who has a bigger discrepancy in being ahead of the count as opposed to being behind the count for the Houston Astros than Jake Myers. He's 8 for 17 when he's ahead of the count like right now. Only 4 for 50 when he's behind in the count. Cam was off to a nice lead and had to hustle to get back.
That was a big lead by Cam.
That was a called strike on the outside corner, so Jake has a full count.
Pretty good slider from Kolek. See it on our UTMD Anderson strike zone.
Cam was leaning and he's picked off. He wanted to go and he slipped in his attempt to get back to first, and Kolek picks him. Cam's not sure. He wants the Astros to take a look at that, but that foot did not have traction there. You'll see it right here.
Now that's less than ideal.
He was definitely going to go on the 3-2 pitch, but now he is wiped out on the pickoff. Myers now with a 3-2 count. He goes the other way and fouls it. Astros yesterday did not have a hit through 3 innings, and then they had a home run in 4 of the next 5 innings. Actually had back-to-back games with 4 home runs in this series, including Jake contributing last night. They're up to 96 home runs on the year. Only the Dodgers with 97 and the Yankees with 100 have more than the Astros starting play today. 3-2 pitch, a chopper over Kolek's head, but Massey, who leads all second basemen in outs above average, bobbled it, but he gets it there to first ahead of Jake Myers for the final out of the inning. One hit, nobody left on base. Still a 1-0 Royals lead.
Will receive a Carlos Correa home bobblehead on Saturday, June 20th, presented by Houston Methodist. Get your tickets now at astros.com/promotions.
Spencer Arrighetti back to work, bottom of the second inning, gave up a couple of singles and a couple of stolen bases in the first. Now facing Salvador Perez, who's having a nice series. He's 4 for 9. Back behind the plate today after DHing yesterday. Royals use their backup catcher, whoever's not starting behind the plate, as their DH quite often. Carter Jensen and Salvador Perez, the two catchers on this team, have combined for 56 DH games as a starter. Royals now playing their 72nd game of the year. 1-2 the count to Salvi. Perez is sitting on 136 career home runs in this stadium. As he cues one to the right side, Bryce Matthews will make the play. And there's one away in the second. Time to check out today's Chevy Stroh poll. Get your calendars out and find your favorite month. That is the poll today. What is the best calendar month for sports fans? Choices today are A, April, B, June, C, October. Go to @SpaceCityHN. Use the hashtag Stroh poll. We'll have results later on in the broadcast. Cameron Meisner, the batter. He started all 3 games in this series. He's 4 for 9 as a Royal, playing his 5th game. He goes after the first offering from Spencer and misses 0-1. Eisner 59 games at AAA Omaha this year. The 920 OPS. Takes a pitch off the plate, 1-1. The Astros starting the day 6 games under 500. The Royals start the day at 28 and 43. With these 2 losses to the Astros, they have dropped into the worst record currently in the American League. Angels have won 4 in a row to move out of the basement.
Juggernaut got them hot.
I guess so. They've beaten Tampa Bay the first 2 games of that series. The Rays came in with the best record in the American League before that series started. Two and 2 the count to Meisner, acquired from Tampa Bay in November of this offseason. That's why 3 and 2. Little check swing, and that's going to drop in. Everything going Meisner's way. He's now 5 for 10 as a Royal. Didn't mean to swing at that pitch. Ends up with a base hit.
Yeah, I think if you check down to third base, he may not get an official swing out of that. But yeah, with the bat in his hand, he is doing a lot of things right. This one, just a check swing that punches the other way over the head of Delgado. He's had issues on defense in the base paths, but no problems with the stick.
Lane Thomas now the batter. Thomas takes the curveball in for ball 1. Runner goes. The pitch is popped in the air in the shallow right. Long run for Cam Smith. Can he get there? Yes, he will. And covering at first base is Spencer Arrighetti. Meisner never went back to first.
Remember what I said about him being good with the stick and not much else?
What happened? He must have gotten deked. And to the bottom half of the second inning, a pop fly caught by Cam Smith where Cameron Meisner was way off the bag at first, and Spencer Arrighetti just trotted over and turned a double play.
Yeah, we needed to see what was going on. He had his head down, didn't peek in. The ball was popped up. Bryce Matthews takes off. He wasn't even deked. Then he thought about going back and then said, oh man, I got to get back and touch the bag. By then, way too late. But a base running mistake. Not watching the baseball for Meisner as he jogs out to his position.
And he just cost his pitcher a ball because he was late getting out to center field, and that's a pitch timer violation.
Stay hot. Man, baseball's a hard game. But
that ball's roped into right center field. Meisner will chase it down, but not before it hits the wall. Bryce Matthews having himself a series. He is now 6 for 12 on the road trip and has been hitting the ball hard here every time in Kansas City with a couple of home runs in that double.
Yeah, Bryce has got that swing going, spraying the baseball all over the ballpark, but doing a good job of letting some of these pitches travel. That is a beautiful swing on a pitch that's basically right down the middle, and he just rifles it into that right center field corner. And Meisner really hasn't stopped running since the beginning of this inning. Had to sprint out to center field, then had to chase that one down.
Bryce now 4 for 6 in this series with a double and 2 home runs. One of the 2 times he was retired, he lined out at 104.8 miles an hour. Here is Reynel Delgado's first big league at bat. Tries to pull the ball on the ground on the right side and hooks it foul. It's 0-1. 26-year-old Reynel Delgado, born in Cuba, moved to Florida as a youngster, and today makes his big league debut with the Houston Astros. Misses that change up and is down in the count 0-2. Delgado at AAA Durham and Tampa Bay system was hitting .250 on the year. 3 home runs, 33 runs batted in, playing second, short, and third all over the infield. Watches that one wide. It's 1-2. Gonna be some nerves here for the longtime minor leaguer.
I would imagine he could have a good team at bat if he's able to pull this and get Bryce Matthews to third base.
Signed back in 2018 and now making his debut in 2026. Down on strikes here as Kolek picks up his first strikeout, getting Delgado in his first big league at bat.
Outfield arms are presented by Lone Star College. Going to run on Meisner and Collins. Lane Thomas, you're going to be a little bit more careful with. He has the better arm of those 3 outfielders out there. But you've also got to take into account the speed of Bryce Matthews, who may be a green light on everybody.
Colin Price chasing that slider. Colin getting the start today. Hit in his last 2 games, including his first big league hit in Anaheim on the first game of this road trip. Price with a double in the 5th inning in the game on Monday in Anaheim when he caught Spencer Arrighetti's first star on this trip. That's hit hard, but short hop by the third baseman Garcia. He looked a couple of times at Bryce Matthews and ended up making the play to first. Astros are hitting some tough luck today.
Are hitting the ball hard right at some of these fielders. Bryce making a bid, but Garcia makes a nice catch, keeps the runner at second base. Off the bat, a 104.2 for Colin.
Jeremy Pena bats. Pena watches one wide, 1-0. Jeremy had a single and 5 at bats today, but also hit the ball hard a couple of times that resulted in outs. Kolek trying to keep Bryce Matthews close. Kolek originally drafted by the Dodgers out of Texas A&M in 2018. And the Mariners traded for him in 2021. He was in the Mariners system until 2024 when he was taken in the Rule 5 draft by the Padres, and the Padres traded him to Kansas City last year. That has popped up on the infield. Looking into the sunshine is Salvador Perez. And catcher makes the play in foul territory to end the inning. Leadoff double by Bryce Matthews. He's left on base. Astros down 1-0 after 2.5. Someone hitting a 2-run home run in this inning would not be a bad thing.
Oh,
just in case.
Why not, huh? Oh, you called it, TK.
Jose Altuve ties it up at 7 with a storm pending. Tuve in the 8th inning makes it a 7-7 game.
That is our Get Out and Play presented by Toyota. TK last night had the premonition, and Stradamus making the call yesterday. That was a good one, TK.
I'm just hoping for anybody to hit one, and Tuve happened on the next pitch to go after it and hit one in the bullpen, because I knew we didn't have much baseball.
Oh,
left.
there was like, what, 2 more pitches, and all of a sudden the tarp was out. I just want to talk to somebody on the Kansas City side, wonder why they didn't pull the tarp at the end of the previous inning to avoid that.
That would have been interesting, though. As it turns out, the storm moved through maybe quicker than we initially thought, so it would have been tough for the Royals to end the game there, but you didn't know at the time.
No, it felt like that was going to be the end of the game right there.
It was a buzzer beater for Tuve at the time, but they ended up playing 9 innings, and the Astros won it with a run in the top of the 9th on a throwing mistake by Nick Lofton. It was not ruled an error because you can't assume a double play, so Christian Walker ended up with the RBI on that play. 3-0 the count to Isaac Collins leading off, and that's a 4-pitch walk from Eric Getty to start the 3rd inning. Spencer not real happy with himself after walking the 9-hitter to get to the top of the order. Three hits and a walk allowed first time through the lineup for Eric Getty. Here's Jensen, who struck out his first time up. Spencer struck out 3 in the 1st inning. And the pitch is a strike, 0-1. Jensen going first to third. Collins, and the Royals in business here in the 3rd inning. Runners on the corners and nobody out.
Got a fastball and found that soft spot, and the defense got some action here in the 3rd that Spencer's going to have to pitch around.
There's Bobby Witt Jr., who singled and scored the game's only run. Now with 1st and 3rd and nobody out. And the first pitch home misses up 1-0. Getty only allowed 4 hits in his previous start on this road trip in 6 innings. He's given up 4 hits so far today. Up and in, backs Witt Jr. off the plate. It's 2-0. Isaac Collins on 3rd, Carter Jensen on 1st. Eric Getty with a 2-0 count here on Bobby Witt Jr. picked up. That won't get the run home. Christian Walker in foul territory. Stays with it, looking into the sky with the wind blowing and moving that baseball a little bit. He rechecks the sky as he made the put out for out number 1. That's one big out.
Yeah, that is a huge out.
Jack Caglione, the batter. This is the all Lone Star homestand for the Royals, playing the Rangers for 3, followed by the Astros for 3. Caglione could not make an out against the Rangers. He was 9 for 12 against Texas. So far, the Astros have held him down in this series. Bats here with first and third. Good pick by Price on a pitch down and in, 1-0. Playing their infield back, hoping for the potential of a double play ground ball. Spencer did get a double play last inning, but it was more the unconventional runner moving, fly ball to right. Runner never saw where the ball was, and they turned a double play. Astros 3-2 on this road trip, losing the final 2 games at Anaheim, winning the first 2 games here in Kansas City. Now Spencer has a 3-1 count with Michael Garcia, who knocked in the first run of the game, on deck. Coming on Cam Smith, they'll play it on a hop. In to score will be Isaac Collins. Jack Caglione with his first hit of the series with an RBI single to right. It's now a 2-0 game.
A 3-1 breaking ball and stayed through it. See him kind of lose his front side a little bit, but the hand stayed back and he was able to stay through that to be able to pull it into right field for that knock and RBI.
Josh Miller out to have a word with Arrighetti, who's allowed 5 hits, all singles so far, and trails 2-0. Arrighetti now faces Garcia with 2 on and 1 out. First pitch, a strike. Garcia, who's hitting over 300 at home this year at Kauffman Stadium, coming into today. Hitting 260 overall. Takes a pitch and 1-1. Kell has hit into 5 double plays on the season. Spencer would love a ground ball at somebody here. Look out.
Man, coming in hot.
The corner Or into the corner of the Royals dugout. It's 1-2.
Just going to find that put-away breaking ball right here to Michael.
Ground ball, fair ball, past Delgado, and that's going to score a run. In to score is Jensen. To third goes Caglione. He's going to be waved home. No throw from Pena. 2 RBI double by Garcia on a ball that just found its way down the left field line inside the bag at third.
It was a curveball. He got it down, but Michael Garcia just ripped it into the ground and got enough topspin to get that past Delgado down that third baseline. Long way for Loperfido to get there, and allows Caglione to come all the way around from first to score.
Now Michael Massey, the batter, takes a pitch for a ball, 1-0. Into shallow center. Jake Myers will come in. He'll make the play for the second out. Two outs in the inning. It looked like that ball was going to be a hit either way, but it looked like Delgado had a chance to maybe knock it down and save some runs from scoring. Getting his first major league start today at third base, just beyond his glove.
Now, those situations, all you're trying to do as an infielder across the diamond is just keep the ball in the infield and limit damage. Give yourself another opportunity, or at least your pitcher another opportunity.
Salvi fouls one back. It's 0-1. Spencer battled in that game against the Angels where he gave up 3 early and still went 6 innings. Today he's giving up 3 in the third after a run in the first. American League Pitcher of the Month in May has given up a total of 11 runs now in his 3 starts in June. There goes a runner for third, and that's a called third strike, so that steal doesn't matter. Perez down looking for the final out of the inning. Spencer picks up his 4th strikeout, but the Royals do some damage with 3 runs on 3 hits and a walk, and they lead it now 4-0.
This afternoon's trivia question is powered by Reliant. Besides the AL West, which division has Jose Altuve had the most road success in across his career? It's kind of an interesting answer, TK, one you might not expect.
Okay, we'll check out the answer later on. Thank you, Lauren. Astros need to come back from down 4 today. They had a lot of comebacks yesterday. They were down 3-0, then again 4-2, then again 7-5, and kept coming back. Never trailed by 4 in last night's game. That's something they'll try to overcome today. They have Yordan Alvarez leading off. Yordan was robbed by a nice play on the left side of the infield by Michael Garcia his first time up as he tried a base hit the other way. Yordan yesterday had 2 singles to left, and he pulled a ground ball into right field for his 3rd hit. Got a 2-0 count here on Stephen Kolek, who works with a 4-run lead now as we start the 4th. Yordan in this stadium has played 19 games and has 7 home runs and 24 runs batted in. Of all the visiting stadiums he's gone to, only the Globe Life Field in Arlington, the only stadium where he has more RBIs as a visiting player than here, which is crazy because he plays so many more games within your division. Here in Angel Stadium, he's tied for second with 24. And Arlington, forget about it. He sets all kinds of records when he's in Arlington, but here he has had huge numbers.
It's amazing how you do that in some ballparks where you just see the ball better. The box is comfortable, the way your cleats kind of dig into it a little bit. But this is not necessarily a hitter's ballpark. They have moved the fences in, so it's a little bit more friendly, but you could basically put the fence around the fountains and he'd still have those numbers. I mean, he hasn't gotten cheated at all in this ballpark. Everything's been mash.
It went out into his own bullpen in left field in the first inning on Friday, then hit one to straightaway center for a grand slam in that first inning on Friday. Said the wind was blowing out to right. It's still drifting out that way. So any fly ball to right could be home run number 25 on the year for the big man. And he goes down on strikes here. Kolek strikes him out with a pitch up for out number 1 in the 4th. That is the second strikeout for Steven. Today's Power Player is presented by HEB. Christian Walker, home run on Friday, home run in last night's game. Couple of home runs, had a 3 RBI game yesterday to go along with a solo home run on Friday. That puts him now at 52 runs batted in on the year. Jordan Alvarez came into the game leading Christian by just 2 in the RBI department. Christian has the second most runs batted in the American League, right behind his teammate. That one's off the plate towards third. Michael Garcia's high throw, and Christian down on the bag before Jack Caglione came down. Garcia tried to hurry his throw, and he threw it too high. That's going to result in a base runner for the Astros here with 1 out.
Yeah, give him the knock. That's some hustle from Christian Walker, busting it through the bag just before Caglione got down.
Gotta think that'll be an error, but we'll wait. Here's Joey Loperfido. He was robbed on a great diving play by Bobby Witt Jr. his first time up. There will be an error charged to Michael Garcia on the high throw. But Walker reaches with 1 out. Joey down in the count 0-2. That's where he was last time when he battled.
Pretty good changeup from Kolek. Pitch that he's throwing a little more frequently here with the Kansas City Royals than the San Diego Padres.
One of the reasons he may be a little more effective facing lefties.
He definitely likes that slider, trying to get it in underneath the hands of left-handed hitters, but in doing that, it does open up that outside corner for the changeup.
Last year, hitters in at bats ending with a changeup were just 2 for 49 against him. 2 for 41 rather. 0 for 049 batting average.
Yeah, that would be encouraging.
That'll get you to throw it more.
Yeah.
Towards the middle, could be a double play. Bobby Witt Jr. on the bag, throws to first, and that error wiped out by a double play. Astros out here in the 4th. Trail this game 4-0.
Los Astros is back on SCHN this season. Catch your Houston Astros in Spanish for this week's games against the Detroit Tigers only on SCHN2 and streaming on SCHN Plus. TK.
All right, LC, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Astros are down 4-0. Spencer Arrighetti facing the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Cameron Meisner, Lane Thomas, Isaac Collins. So far has allowed 6 base hits. This is another check swing, and somehow Meisner is 2 for 2 today with 2 check swing base hits.
Incredible.
Other one ended up in left field, and this one was almost like a perfectly placed bunt.
Just a little push bunt on that check swing that just was out of the reach of Spencer. If he doesn't make the play, there's nobody that can make the play.
Unbelievable.
Meisner hasn't taken a full swing all day and has 2 hits.
Right.
But to the Astros' benefit, he's on base.
He is 6 for 11 now as a
Watch
Royal.
out, double him up.
This one popped into right, and Meisner getting back to the bag this time will not get doubled up as Cam makes the play for the first out. So now the 9-hitter Isaac Collins. Collins walked and scored a run his first time. Goes. The pitch is a ball. The throw is just not quite in time. Close play. Meisner gets in with his first steal of the season. He had 11 for AAA Omaha this year.
Well, the Royals like to run, and they are running on Colin Price. They're just not down quick enough. Good effort.
Third stolen base of the game. It's 1-1 now to Isaac Collins.
It is Mizzou Day here at Kauffman Stadium. That might be why Meisner's having a day.
Yeah, you're right.
An alum of the University of Missouri.
Fired up out there. On a check swing hits to celebrate his.
Yeah, talking trash. That's how it's done, boys.
1-2 the count. Ground ball right side. That'll be the second out as Christian Walker will get to the bag ahead of Collins. On the play, Meisner moves to third. Now Carter Jensen, the batter. Jensen singled and scored a run his last time up. Through the box, but right there is Jeremy Pena. Good thing Spencer Arrighetti got out of the way of that one. Pena makes the play for the final out of the inning. 1 hit, 1 left on. We're through 4. It's 4-0 KC. Houston Astros baseball on SCHN is brought to you by Texas Children's, by Frontier Utilities, low-priced electricity and more, and by Rooms to Go. Get fashion, style, and quality all at low prices on every item, every day. Fifth inning baseball. Astros will have Cam Smith leading off. Cam singled to center field, but was picked off back in the second inning. Cam has one of the 2 hits for the Astros. Also Bryce Matthews with a double into right center. The 2 guys who have way better numbers on the road than at home of this season. As Cam fouls one away. It's 1-1. For Bryce, it's been now 2 years where he has really dominated on the road and not carried that same success back in his hometown. Big Cam, Jake Myers, then Bryce Matthews this inning. If it gets beyond that, Reynel Delgado will get his second big league at bat. And Kolek's been good today. Only 2 singles so far through 4 innings. Not walked anybody. He struck out a couple. Ahead of Smith here, 1-2. He was taken in that Rule 5 draft by the Padres prior to the 24 season. Kolek had to remain on the big league roster the entire year and pitched out of the bullpen for San Diego 2 years ago. This one towards second. Michael Massey on the other side of the bag makes the play for out number 1. Lauren.
Yeah, guys, the player to watch is presented by Jack in the Box. We're taking a look back at Jake Myers' night last night in what was his 500th career major league game. He went 2 for 4 with a solo home run. He has 2 home runs against Kansas City, both here at Kauffman. So 500 games for Jake. TK mentioned earlier in the broadcast his family and friends are in town since he's not too far from Omaha. He made his MLB debut, guys, August 1st, 2021 at San Francisco. He's appeared at the big league level with the Astros in each of the last 6 seasons. So a big milestone reached for Jake last night here at the KTK.
For Jake doing it here in basically his hometown. Omaha is the AAA affiliate of the Royals, and when they had to make a roster move today, they just brought a first baseman in with Vinny Pasquantino going on the IL. Pasquantino placed on the IL with a right hamate fracture. John Rave, an outfielder recalled from AAA Omaha. Not quite as close as Sugar Land in Houston, but not too far. Jake grounded out to second his first time up. Misses that 1-1 slider, and it's 1-2. Kolek's done a good job of keeping a lot of Astros hitters off balance today.
It really has. It's been a good mix for him. First time through the order, a lot of sinkers. Second time through the order, bringing in the slider and the cutter a little bit more.
That lofted in the air into shallow left center. Second baseman Michael Massey looking into the sun and goes down to a knee to make sure he caught that one for the second out. Here you see the profile on Stephen Kolek. His brother was quite a stud at Shepherd High School, throwing 100 miles an hour in high school. That's why he was a second overall pick by the Marlins in 2014. Getting married in Montgomery a couple of years ago. Tyler was drafted the same year the Astros drafted Brady Aiken #1 overall. It's the only MLB draft ever that the 1 and 2 pick did not only not make the major leagues, they never ascended higher than Class A.
Wow.
Stephen would go on to college after his brother Tyler was drafted #1 out of high school. We mentioned he's an A&M guy. But in high school, everybody would have thought that Tyler was going to have the huge major league career, and Stephen has ended up being a younger brother who has succeeded now in his 3rd year at the big leagues. Doesn't always go the way you think at the draft.
No.
2 pitches, a called 3rd strike. Bryce didn't love that call, but he'll go down looking for the final out. Kolek continues to roll. We're halfway home in a 4-0 Royals lead.
Texas Power Pitcher is presented by Ford. And the Astros, since Spencer Arrighetti joined the rotation, through April 14th, he started in AAA. The ERA at 6.47, since 4.32. A lot of those numbers getting better, adding some consistency to that rotation. And obviously the calendar turning to that month of May where things really accelerated for the Astros and that pitching staff. But the rotation looking good so far. They're going to add Hunter Brown when we get back to Houston.
Yeah, really incredible month of May for Spencer Arrighetti. A time where the Astros were looking for a new ace in the absence of Hunter Brown, who has not pitched since March. Spencer, who was not on the opening day roster, really stepped in and filled that role. He was brilliant in May. Things haven't gone quite as well here in June, but he did give them 6 innings of work in his last start, and he's hoping to go at least that deep in this outing, as the Astros still have a little bit of a limited bullpen, having needed over 8 innings from their pen in a game Friday when Tatsuya Imai couldn't get out of the first inning. 3-1 to count to Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Witt, with a single in 2 at-bats, has stolen a base and scored a run, had his 800th career hit last night. And he has number 802 with a line drive single to left, his second hit of the game, and a leadoff base runner for the Royals in the 5th. It's now 8 hits allowed by Arrighetti. His previous season high was 6 hits allowed by the against the Pirates. That was 2 starts ago.
Bobby Witt doing a good job against the spin. I've only got 1 extra base hit, and it was that ball down the line off the bat of Michael Garcia. So kind of getting poked around a little bit is Spencer Arrighetti.
Even that double down the line was a grounder that just had some topspin.
Yep.
It's not like they're.
Yeah, it's not hot smashes everywhere.
That's what this Royals team can do to you, though. They don't score a lot of runs, but they rely on base hits and stolen bases and putting pressure on the defense. Also drawn at least 3 walks in 15 straight games, which is the longest stretch for any major league team this year, drawing at least 3 walks per game. But Spencer's only allowed 1 walk this far. There goes Witt Jr. The pitch is up, and that is the Royals' 4th steal of the day, and that throw is going to go into center field and allow Bobby to go to third. So Bobby Witt's 2nd steal, the Royals' 4th steal, and the error by Price allows Witt Jr. to get to third.
Now they've got a good read on Spencer, and they're challenging Colin Price to try and get that out. Jeremy tried to elevate just to keep that ball from going into center field, but tipping off the glove and giving Witt ample opportunity to get into third base.
And that corner of the dugout's been peppered.
Yeah, they have. Both by right-handed hitters and left-handed hitters.
Big strikeout for Spencer. That's the first out of the inning. Caglione down on strikes for the 2nd time today. That's 5 strikeouts overall for Arrighetti.
Chase that fastball up and away. Both times he struck out Caglione. It's been with the fastball.
Now Michael Garcia already with 2 base hits and 3 runs batted in. He has knocked in 3 of the 4 today for Kansas City. Now bats with the infield in, a runner on third and 1 out. I would think Bobby Witt might be trying to come home on a ball to the infield, even if it's hit at somebody with his speed. The other way, foul. It's 1-1.
Yeah, his speed will put a lot of pressure. Talk about it a lot throughout the course of the season. That runner at third with 1 out, usually going on contact, forcing the defense to make a play. But you've got to be on your toes a little bit extra when you've got a speed guy like Bobby Witt Jr. at third base.
That's a pop-up. Back goes Bryce Matthews, and he will make the catch. Bobby Witt's going to tag. He's bluffing. Bryce's throw comes home. It short hops Colin Price, but he keeps it near the plate. Bobby Witt tried to deke Bryce Matthews into thinking he was coming home, and I think he might have come home if Bryce didn't make a quick throw to home plate.
Well, I think it's just interesting because I'm learning what the Royals have learned about Bryce Matthews. He's got a pretty good arm. If it was Altuve out there, you might try and maybe gamble a little bit. I'm not sure if you necessarily need to because you got Michael Massey coming up. But at the same time, two totally different players as far as arm strength is concerned.
Now Altuve score on a pop-up on this road trip. That was in Anaheim, the game-winning run.
Yeah, that was late in the game. Take a chance. A bad defensive team in the Angels.
That was different too, in that this time Matthews had the infield in, so he was drifting back on that.
Yep. That was a tough play. He had to get back there quick.
Spencer trying to work around a runner on third and nobody out. He's now got 2 outs and an 0-2 count to Michael Massey. That one's down. Price covers it up. It's 1-2. Colin Price getting the start today. We anticipate we'll see Yainer Diaz at some point soon, potentially as early as this next series against the Tigers. Colin getting an opportunity to at least play the finale of this 3-game set in KC. As Arrighetti wants to keep Bobby Witt closer to the bag. Nobody near the bag at third as Delgado's way off with Massey hitting. Arrighetti with a swing and a miss off Michael Massey, and that'll do it for the Royals in the 5th. He strands a runner at third with nobody out, and Arrighetti and Bobby Witt Jr. with a little stare down.
And a 6 RBI game. The first game of this series for Yordan Alvarez. How about Robinson Chirinos back on June 14th of 2019? He had his own 6 RBI game, leading the Astros to a 15-2 win over the Toronto Blue Jays. Hugs for homers. Ah, the good old days. Bobby Chirinos, Team Venezuela coach this season too in the WBC.
Yeah, he was the bench coach, and he was a big part of things for Omar Lopez in their gold medal winning WBC this year. Salvi Perez obviously behind the plate was part of that. This ball popped in the air into shallow left, and Michael Garcia, also part of Team Venezuela, almost came up with that foul ball. Garcia couldn't quite get there. Delgado down to the count 0-1. Reynel Delgado in his major league debut. 26-year-old, born in La Habana, Cuba, and grew up in the Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. Learned how to switch hit. Eventually would scrap that in the minor leagues, and just a left-handed hitter now. Struck out his first time up. This is his second major league at bat. Fired by the Astros on Wednesday from Tampa Bay for cash considerations. His 4th organization, spent most of his career with Cleveland from 2018 when he signed until 2024. Then when he was with the Brewers, and earlier this year spent the season in the minor leagues with the Tampa Bay Rays. This one chopped to the first base side, glove there by Pasquantino. He'll step on the bag for the first out. Now Colin Price, the batter. Price hit the ball hard his first time up and grounded out to third. Astros still with only 2 base hits. Single by Cam Smith in the 2nd inning and a double by Bryce Matthews in the 3rd. Kolek started the year on the IL. That's why he's only making start number 8 on the season. A left oblique strain in spring training and caused him to miss the first month and change of the season before his first start on May the 5th. Didn't miss by much. It's 2-1 to Price. 27th start of Stephen Kolek's career. As he gets a strike here on Colin, it's 2-2.
Eight swing and miss in today's game for Kolek. He's got 5, 6 on the slider.
He's throwing a slider and a sweeper today.
Got more sliders that second time through, like we were talking about. Been pretty consistent with that fastball. Good pitch.
Another swing and miss on the slider for strikeout number 4. Lauren.
The All-Star game and All-Stros game. Send your Houston Astros to Philadelphia this summer with the 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star ballot. Vote 5 times daily at astros.com/vote. TK.
All right, LC, 2 outs and nobody on. Here's Jeremy Pena. Ooh. Pena came out of his shoes going after that slider. Another swing and miss on that slider.
Yeah, picking up a couple real quick and back-to-back pitches.
Jeremy quickly down to the count, 0-2. Pena has grounded out to short and popped up to the catcher. Ball pop foul. Kolek's shutout earlier this year against Seattle on May the 23rd. Only allowed 4 hits and a walk. Didn't strike out many that day. Only struck out 2. Pena delivers one into left center field, but it's drifting towards the center fielder Meisner with that wind blowing to right. And he puts it away for the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Kolek. He has retired the last 7 and leads this game 4-0.
Join the Astros for Barbie Game Day on Saturday, June 20th. Fans can enjoy Barbie-themed activations located around the ballpark and get a Barbie Game Day Sherpa Bag add-on package. Learn more at astros.com/Barbie. Okay.
All right, Lauren, 6th inning baseball, bottom half of the inning as Spencer Arrighetti back out there. Spencer facing Salvador Perez, Cameron Meisner, Lane Thomas. Spencer trailing 4-0, trying to give the Astros at least 6 innings for a second straight start. Up 1 in the first, 3 in the third, the last 2 innings. He's allowed a leadoff base hit and worked around leadoff hits and a stolen base. Keep the game within 4. 2-0 the count to Salvi. That one fouled back. It's 2-1. Spencer coming in with a 185 batting average against. Unusual to see 8 hits allowed. 2 more than he had allowed in any start this year. That one is caught by Delgado at third. He was on the line, and Salvi Perez hit a line drive that might have gotten over his head, but a leaping catch eliminates Perez for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, he was positioned perfectly against Salvi, who tried to pull that fastball up and in over his head, but timed that jump beautifully and elevates to get the out.
Right now in his first big league game, making a good defensive play. Now Cameron Meisner, the batter. Meisner has had 2 base hits and has not taken a full swing at either one of them. Check swing hit to left and a check swing bunt, if you will, to the right side of the infield for his second hit. Overall 2 for 2 today and 6 for 11 as a Royal now. Off the plate 2-0.
Good look on our matches from Supermo.
Delgado in his big league debut. Let's check in with Lauren on more on Raynell.
Been chomping at the bit for this opportunity. I ran into him last night right after he found out he got the news he would make the start today. He was with his family. They were so excited. I caught up with his stepmom today who told me they got a lot of rest, so he was able to sleep last night. One thing I thought was funny is he was so excited that he got his team issued gray jumpsuit that they wear on the airplanes. He's like, look what I got. You know, he was ready to travel back to Houston, but he said this is a long awaited moment for him. Drafted in 2018. He said, I'm a little behind. I said, no, you're not. You're here now, and that's all that matters. So he had a lot of emotions, and he's so happy to be making his debut with his family in tow from Miami. Okay.
Yeah, he had a lot of family in on the first 2 games of the series.
Yep.
But then some of them had to go on a cruise today. So not all of them made it for his debut.
Well, I hope they get the broadcast, or at least have SCHN Plus and some internet.
His dad is still here. But a lot of the family was scheduled for a cruise.
You see that?
What?
That was a full swing. That was Meisner's first full swing of the game.
He did check his swing on the previous pitch. That was a full swing to go to 3-2. Swing and a miss. Arrighetti picking up strikeout number 7. Spencer with 7 strikeouts in back-to-back starts. And there's 2 away in the inning. But on a day where Spencer gave up those early runs, here he is trying to limit damage and go 3 shutout innings here to end his afternoon. This should be his last inning, and the Astros do have their bullpen going here with Spencer at 93 pitches. Even that last start, he gave up 3 in the second and still battled on to give the team 6 innings, and in a day when he does not have the lead or giving him more runs than he would like, he's still trying to get through 6.
Yeah, the pitch count get right at 95. It's 83 coming into this inning, but yeah, he's going to go out there and battle for you. The Astros have battled for him too. They're 9-1 in games that he started.
I think Thomas grounds 1 foul. He's flied out twice to right field today. Astros have not been able to solve the right-hander from north of Houston, Stephen Kolek.
Nobody up in that Royals bullpen means he is going to continue to try and roll against these Astros. We'd love for Spencer to get out of this and have the Astros figure out Kolek. So he's heading to that 3rd time against him.
Thomas fouls it off. It's a 2-2 count. A lot has changed for Spencer since his big league debut here in 2024. Now he's kind of the seasoned veteran in this rotation before Hunter Brown gets back, with all the other faces in that rotation. Guys that have come over, either Mike Burrows from the Pirates or Kai-Wei Teng from the Giants, or I'm going to tell you about Kai-Wei Teng in a second. I know why you looked at me. Tatsuya Imai from Japan. Peter Lambert after 1 season in Japan as well. We are beginning, I guess next time I say it, to pronounce Kai-Wei's last name Dung.
Dung.
Kai-Wei Dung.
Dung.
That is the correct pronunciation, we were told.
Why took him so long to tell us that?
I don't know. They're too nice. He and Andy as translators
Yeah, way
are
too nice.
Yeah. But it's Kai-Wei Dung, and we have been pronouncing it wrong. A viewer helped lead us in that direction, and we finally asked Kai-Wei and Andy, and they're like, as a matter of fact, yeah, it's not correct.
Yeah, I got mad at him.
3-2 pitch is popped high in the air, foul, and that will be.
Yeah, stay with it.
Yeah, you might stay with it. Look at the wind blow it in.
Yeah, it did.
Wow, Reynel Delgado saw that ball drift from over the stands into play, and that'll be the final out. Good job by Spencer to battle through 6. $10,000 fans will receive a Jose Altuve City Connect soccer jersey on Friday, June 19th, presented by Daikin Comfort Technologies. Get your tickets now at astros.com/promotions. Astros back in town tomorrow for a City Connect Monday, taking on the Tigers. Tigers were rained out today in Cleveland. Not play that final game of the series. That'll be made up as part of a doubleheader in September. Astros get ready to face both of those teams. Tigers for 3, off day on Thursday, then the Guardians for 3 over the weekend. Strike called to Yordan Alvarez. It'll be one of the only times I can remember the Astros playing the Guardians without Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
Really bad news for both the Royals and the Guardians with hamate injuries the last 24 hours as Benny Pasquantino goes on the IL with a hamate injury, and so does Jose Ramirez.
And that's the third one we just you mentioned. Rivero for the Angels too. I mean, that's 3 hamate bones in the last, what, 5-6 days, maybe less than that.
Well, Yordan's not leaving the batter's box. He says, let's see a 3-1 pitch and see what I can do with it, and he fouls it away.
Anytime that Yordan has been in a fastball counter, maybe anticipating the fastball, Kolek has thrown the cutter. And as much as I want to give Kolek a lot of credit, you got to take into account the catcher, veteran Salvador Perez, maybe calling those pitches to tie up Yordan.
Yordan hooks one to right field. Lane Thomas on the move. He won't be able to make that catch. Yordan's going to head to second. No, he's not. Puts on the brakes as Thomas makes a good throw. Good decision by Yordan to stay at first with that single off the wall.
Drive Around the League is presented by Christian Brothers. There you see Yamamoto had a really good game going yesterday. Lost his perfect game in the 8th and then lost the no in the 9th and the shutout. Then Jose Ramirez, like we were just talking about, fractured left hamate bone. And Tarek Skubal's back. 4 2/3 innings. Took the loss in the first start since April 29th, but he also touched 100 miles an hour on a limited pitch count.
By the way, nothing changes for the Tigers in their rotation with that rain out, so it still will be Fromber against Hunter Brown on Tuesday. Dollar Dog night, Fromber versus Hunter.
Oh man, that's going to be a big night.
Peanuts night, a lot going on.
It's Peanuts night on Fromber pitching for the first time not in an Astro uniform. Are you kidding me?
And Julia's back.
Unreal.
1-0 pitch grounded through the middle. Astros have something going for the first time. First inning, they've had multiple runners on as Walker and Alvarez with back-to-back base hits. First and second, nobody out.
Good job by Walk. Got a fastball, took a good swing, punch it back up the middle. But how about Yordan Alvarez? All the praise I was giving Salvador for Perez for pitch selection, he throws him a changeup, and he almost hits it out.
Hits one off the wall for his 5-game hitting streak and now 21-game on-base streak intact. Now Joey Loperfido hitting cleanup for the first time in his career. Bats with first and second and nobody out. Astros trying to rally here, down 4 in the 7th.
2 for 3 in the first 3 hitters, the 3rd time through the order. So hopefully they make a mistake to Joey Loperfido right here and get the Astros on the board.
So he takes a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, he's seen some tough pitches, questionable pitches on the edges. Hasn't really got anything he can handle just yet.
Into left field, shallow, coming on. Collins has a play. Isaac makes the catch for out number 1. Now a word from Buick GMC. Here's Cam Smith. He's 1 for 2 today. Just looking for a big swing. Cam does have 1 home run on the road trip, but just 5 for 23 overall. 5 of his 7 home runs this year have been on the road. 4 home runs Friday for the Astros, 4 home runs last night. They've been limited today to 4 base hits, 3 of them being singles. Cam now with a 2-0 count.
See what he gets right here in this 2-0 count. He's got power going to the opposite field. He could use some of that breeze moving from left to right. He elevates.
On the ground, Kolek loves it, and he goes to second, and they turn a double play. Kolek found it after it initially popped out of his glove as Cam Smith hits into a double play to end the inning. That is the second time the Astros have hit into a double play today. We are going to keep it right here in Kansas City, as we do on Sunday afternoons here and throughout Major League Baseball, as we honor America with the singing of God Bless America here at Kauffman Stadium. Derek Pierre will be singing God Bless America in this 4-0 Kansas City lead.
Celebrate our freedom and those who work to defend it. Please join us in singing God Bless America, being performed by Derek Pierre.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean, wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
To check back in Houston and join Bogey and Ash in our Rooms to Go lounge.
Presented by Land Rover. This afternoon, it's a compilation of plays from this series here. We saw Jeremy Pena, Cam Smith on the wall in foul territory, and of course, Bryce Matthews play at the plate, getting Carter Jensen. Jeremy Pena ending things last night too with that leap and double play. Blummer, Cam Smith and Bryce, they're making it look like they've played in the outfield their entire careers, haven't they?
Yeah, they've played extremely well out there, picking up their pitching staff as we see a new reliever come into this game. Spencer Arrighetti is done with his day, and Alimber Santa into this game. 11 2/3 innings pitched. He's got great numbers. 8 strikeouts in the time that he has been out there. We saw him yesterday give the Astros an inning and 2/3. Threw 15 pitches to get through that inning and 2/3. Pretty efficient facing 5 hitters.
That was really efficient as he's back out there after getting 5 outs yesterday. Facing the 9-hitter Isaac Collins with a 1-1 count. Allenberg taking over after Spencer Arrighetti goes 6 today. Spencer allowed a season-high 8 hits, 4 runs earned. He did walk 1 and strike out 7. Arrighetti threw 101 pitches in his 6 innings of work today. Was not exactly balls being scorched all day by the Royals against Spencer, but 7 of the 8 hits were singles, and 4 stolen bases against him today didn't help. Ball on the ground and a diving attempt by Matthews, but it gets by him into right field. Oh, Collins, a leadoff base runner for the Royals. He's on base for the 2nd time today.
If you're tuning in late, this is basically how the Royals have been getting their hits, just being able to find spots in the defense to get it past Astro defenders and really hit incredibly hard, just well placed.
Top of the order, Carter Jensen, who's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Earlier, the Astros trying to get back to 5 games under with a win today. They have had 7 opportunities ever since they were 8-13 to get back to 5 games under. They have not been able to win any of those other 6 tries when they were 6 games under. Today, starting the day, 33 and 39. They have stayed from game 22 through game 72 in that 6 games under to 11 game under 5-game window. They have not been able to escape one way or the other. It's a season that has not seen anybody play extremely well within the division in the American League West. Seattle coming into today. This ball is high, and the stolen base attempt is successful. That's now 5 steals in the game for the Royals as Collins gets in there with his 4th steal of the year.
The legs of the Royals have created opportunities. Another good jump and a good pitch to run on, too. That was a sweeper.
Challenging the safe call at second base.
Got a challenge. Maybe he tapped him on the helmet before he got to the bag.
There you go. Collin might have gotten one. At least Joe Espada and his video crew think they might have the out. Let's take a look, Blummer.
Oh, might have gotten him.
Yeah, I like it. I like this review.
Yeah.
I like this review. Good job by the video boys. Down beneath the stadium here, Colin Price taps his glove. He knows that as he saw that replay on the big screen here, that he is going to get a caught stealing. Or at least he believes that's the call that's going to come from New York. Here we go. Here's Mark Wegner, the crew chief.
After review, if the call in the field is overturned, the runner is out. Houston will retain their challenge.
There you go. Good for Colin. Cutting down his first base runner of the game. Quick tag on that backside or that shoulder before the foot gets in for Collins. Good view of it on our matches from Supermo, catching that right shoulder.
And that slide, the foot was up in the air a little bit. That didn't help him. So that is now 4 for 5 in the stolen base department today for the Royals as Collins is gunned down. Now it's 3 and 1 on Carter Jensen.
It's only fitting that Colin Price throws out Isaac Collins. And more oddities in baseball here on SCHN.
Like it. The Price was right.
Yes.
3-2 the count to Carter Jensen. That's your call for the other guy. Been able to call that a few times in this series.
Yeah, we have. And no doubters, too. Woo.
Plummer's call for Bryce Matthews, but it works for Colin as well.
I thought about that the other day when Price got called up. I'm like, I've used the Prices right a couple of times. We actually have a Price on the team now. What do I do?
What do we do?
I'm overexposed.
Oh, nice play by Walker. Not an easy play, but Christian handles it without any problems for the second out.
Our next telecast is presented by Kaplan Sinus Relief. See tomorrow through Wednesday against the Tigers. Kaiwei Tong will be going up against Jacob Melton. Then you have Troy Melton, I'm sorry. Not the outfielder. Hunter Brown will go up against ex-teammate Framber Valdez, and then Peter Lambert will be at Casey Mize. Good matchup with the Fighting AJs coming into town.
Who's starting for the Astros tomorrow?
Kaiwei Tong.
That's what we're going with. That's our new pronunciation.
I'm not doing. Yeah, I was told to do that.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I just like hearing it because it's new.
I'm working on it. I may perfect it by the time he gets out there.
And then he's also, as we would find out, called Joey.
How did Joey come about?
I don't know. It's his American nickname. So now whenever I see him, I call him Joey, and he smiles really big. Like he enjoys being called Joey. There's 2 Joeys on the team now, Loperfido and Dung. I don't know. A lot's changed since Julia's left.
Does she know what she's coming back to?
No. Lauren's going to have to fill her in.
Oh.
LC, by the way, great job filling in again on this road trip.
We appreciate you greatly.
I'm not sure when we'll see you again, but we do appreciate you being here for these last 6.
I know we'll hear her probably before we see her, maybe. She does a lot of pre and post. We appreciate the efforts on this road trip, and she's had to sit next to me on 2 flights.
Absolutely, guys. You know I love being here with you, and I'm going to join you, I believe, in Arlington right before the All-Star break. So
there we go.
I'll be with you again here in a couple of weeks, but I have a whole list of updates to send to Julia, pronunciations, all sorts of stuff. So she'll be ready to go.
That'll be my first series off, so you'll have Esch and Blummer on that final series before the All-Star break.
A lot of expectation on Lauren and Esch on that one.
3-2 the count to the birthday boy Bobby Witt Jr., who is 2 for 3 today with a couple of stolen bases on his 26th birthday. Santa with a 3-2 count and 2 outs, and there is a line drive caught by Bryce Matthews. That was a bullet. Bobby Witt Jr. hit the ball hard, but he is out number 3. Santa works around a leadoff hit with a caught stealing and 2 more outs. We head to the 8th. Astros down 4-0.
Make your favorite players All-Stars. Scan the QR code to cast your 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star ballot daily, or visit MLB.com/vote. Blummer.
Thank you, Jake Myers leading off the inning. Kolek still out there. Aggressive on that first pitch and flying out to center.
Kolek has been really impressive today. He has not thrown more than 15 pitches in any one inning. Thought the Astros might get to him last inning with first and second and nobody out, but he retired Joey Loperfido on a fly out and then got Cam Smith to ground into a double play. So here he is pitching in the 8th inning. He's already got a shutout under his belt earlier this year. Salvador Perez with a challenge here on the first pitch, called a ball to Bryce Matthews.
Call a ball.
Jacob Metz, the home plate umpire, hasn't missed many today, but might have gotten screened a little bit by that Bryce Matthews bunt attempt, and that is overturned.
Pitch is a strike. Kansas City has 2 challenges remaining.
Salvi is close to 75% on his challenges this year, now over 75%, so one of the best in all of baseball.
That's pretty strong.
Chasing Carson Kelly, who's over 80% for the Cubs in challenges. That's a nice pitch. Kolek has just kept the Astros completely off balance.
That's been a very effective use of his repertoire. He's done a good job with the fastballs, kind of elevated in the zone, but a lot of the spin has been down. The slider's been located away, down and away to right-handed hitters. He's done a great job using that side of the plate. But yeah, you're right. Doesn't seem like the Astros have really kind of figured him out. Last inning, saw a couple of hits in that inning, and that was the only hope I really feel like the Astros had. 2 runners in scoring position all day.
Yeah, one of them being Bryce Matthews with a double. He has the only extra base hit today. Led off the 3rd with a double, but never moved off a 3rd. Excuse me, moved off a 2nd. All of a sudden, he's gone from 0-2 to 3-2. So Bryce with a full count here as Kolek's pitch count approaches 100. Threw 100 in his shutout against the Mariners, but that's the only time he has really been extended this year. That'll be a walk after Bryce got down in the count 0-2. So Kolek issues his first walk of the day with 1 out in the 8th. Now a word from Jack in the Box.
Get fired up with my new Hot Ones Munchie Meal with a Sriracha Curly Fry Burger or Buffalo Chicken Tater Melt.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Now Reynel Delgado in his first major league start, 0 for 2 in his big league debut. Strikeout and a ground out. Takes the first pitch up for ball 1. Delgado stopped switch hitting back in 2023 in the minor leagues after being a switch hitter the first 5 years of his big league minor league career. There's his first big league hit. Delgado with a single into right. Matthews to second, and they'll save that baseball. Reynel Delgado with a big league base hit into right field.
Congratulations to Reynel. Took a changeup down from Kolek and shot it into right field. That'll be that first big league hit for him as we watch it again on that replay. Stayed down on that changeup and pulled it. Welcome to the club.
Raynell with his first big league hit, and now Stephen Kolick's going to get a huge ovation from the Kauffman Stadium crowd as he walks off after 7 1/3 innings of great baseball today.
Here we are back in Kansas City. It's the top of the 8th, and the Astros have finally knocked Kolick out of this game. They will get into that Royals bullpen. The first one out is going to be Steven Cruz. Pitched in the first game of this series. He went 2 innings of shutout baseball, had a strikeout facing 6 hitters. Astros did not muster a hit or a walk or anything off him. And here to keep this game right where it's at. 1 out, 2 runners on.
His strikeout came against Taylor Trammell in that game Friday as Trammell pinch hits here for Colin Price and swings at the cutter to even up the count at 1 apiece. Astros had 2 runners on last inning with nobody out and failed to score. Now they got 2 runners on with 1 out in the 8th. Down by 4, running out of outs to work with, only 5 outs remaining, down by 4 runs in the 8th. Trammell takes a strike at 97, and Taylor is going to challenge. Or did he get it in time? They're going to say no swing, and this is going to be a challenge.
Batter's challenging to call a strike.
And Taylor's going to lose this one.
Calls the first pitch of the strike. Houston has 1 challenge remaining.
Taylor's just 1 for 4 in challenges on the year now with that confirmed strike. Astros down to 1 ABS challenge here in the 8th inning. Counts 1 and 2 on Trammell. And he goes after that pitch. That'll be the first strikeout for Cruz, the first batter he faces, 2nd out of the inning. Time now to reveal the results of today's Chevy Stropo. We asked you, what is your favorite sports month? We gave you a choice in spring, a choice in the summer, and a choice in the fall, and a lot of football fans choosing October. 73%, thanks to those who voted in today's Stroh poll. Jeremy Pena going after the first pitch from Cruz. It's 0-1. He has hit in the last 7 games. He has faced Royals pitching going back to last year, but he's 0 for 3 today. Bryce Matthews on second, Raynell Delgado on first, 2 outs in the 8th. And that's a pop-up, playable. Jack Caglione in foul territory. Maybe not. Look at that wind carry it. That wind took it at least 10 to 15 feet towards the crowd, and that helped keep that unplayable off the bat of Pena.
Yeah, that was impressive. This stadium is pretty exposed to the elements as far as wind. You can see the flags in the top right-hand part of your screen. That's what pushes that baseball out of the reach of Caglione, because I was with you. I thought he had a chance at this off the bat.
If Jeremy takes advantage of this extra opportunity as he fouls that one, that's definitely in the crowd. Stays 0-2. Ground ball towards third. Garcia charges, throws in time to get Pena for the final out of the inning. A walk, a single, 2 left on. Bottom of the 8th inning we go. 4-0 KC. Houston Astros baseball on SCHN is brought to you by Kexa Energy, Texans serving Texans. By the Crash Team Injury Lawyers, driven by results. And by American Furniture Warehouse, styling homes with quality furniture for less.
Back here inside the stadium in Kansas City. To pitch that bottom of the 8th inning is going to be Nate Pearson. It'll be his 8th appearance. He has thrown in 8 2/3 previous, has 8 strikeouts in that time. There's been a lot of slider, also has a fastball that's averaging 97.8 miles an hour.
He was really good in his 2 innings of work here on Friday night. Allowed a leadoff hit to Salvador Perez and then retired the next 6 batters he faced. Got Jack Caglione due up here. He did not face Caglione in those 2 innings of work on Friday. Jack is 1 for 3 today with an RBI single. These 2 guys, the first 2 guys facing Pearson, have driven in all the runs for the Royals. Caglione down in the count 1-2. Astros have pitched Caglione tough in this series. He's just 1 for 10. Has struck out 5 of those 10 at bats. It'll be Caglione, Michael Garcia, and Michael Massey due up 3, 4, and 5 hitters against Pearson in the 8th. Got him. Pearson picking up a strikeout out of the pen for his first out. Here's Lauren.
New this season, Astros fans can stream Space City Home Network directly with SCHN Plus. No cable or satellite needed. Log on to SCHNplus.com to purchase the app directly. If you already have Space City Home Network through a participating cable, satellite, or streaming provider, you can download the app to access the content at no additional cost, guys.
Here's Michael Garcia, and he's now 3 for 4 as he serves one into right field for a base hit. Garcia has been the hitting star of the day for the Royals with 3 RBIs and now his 3rd hit. So 1 out base runner in the bottom of the 8th inning. Now Michael Massey, he flied out to right against Nate Pearson on Friday night. Faces him here for the 2nd time in the series. This ball sent to center. Back goes Jake Myers, still drifting back and still moves back to make the catch on the warning track. That was hit well by Massey to deep center, about 400 feet from home plate for out number 2. Now word from Reliant.
Reliant, official energy provider of the Houston Astros.
Well, Salvador Perez 0 for 3 today. 4 for 12 in the series, including a hit at over 108 miles an hour against Pearson when they matched up on Friday night. Royals have 2 up in their bullpen, depending on whether they score a run in this inning. Got Daniel Lynch and Beck Way warming up. Pearson getting ahead 1-2 on Perez. Astros trying to keep it at a 4-0 game. They will have their 2, 3, 4 hitters due up in the 9th, facing either the righty Beck Way or the lefty Daniel Lynch IV. That one's wide, 2-2. Pearson's been good since joining the Astros off the injured list. His 8th appearance. Gave up all of his runs in 1 outing against the Pirates on June the 3rd, 3 runs allowed. But his other 6 appearances prior to today have been scoreless. Just missed the inside edge. Now the count's full. Garcia will be off first base with 2 outs. That's popped in the air, and the wind will blow that definitely into the crowd. Pearson pitched last season with the Cubs, split time between the Cubs and the Blue Jays, his original team the year before. Now his first year with the Astros. Swing and a miss. Pearson strikes out 2 in the inning, starting and ending the inning with a K. We head to the 9th. Astros need some runs, down 4-0.
Time now to answer our Reliant trivia question. Besides the AL West, which division has Jose Altuve had the most road success in across his career? The answer, the NL East, with a career combined .333 average and .923 OPS. In Atlanta, Philly, DC, Miami, and New York at Citi Field. Guys, is that what you thought?
No.
Wild.
It's kind of wild. Altuve getting it done against NL East teams. Don't see them as often, but good numbers across the board for Tuve in that division. New pitcher for the Royals here in the 9th.
Yeah, Daniel Lynch, the 4th, coming in. Back-to-back nights he's pitching. Back-to-back nights he's had to face Yordan Alvarez. Got him to ground out to second base in yesterday's game. You see the numbers on the season. His 30th appearance comes in with a sub-200 or sub-2 ERA.
See how tough he's been on lefties this year with that 122 batting average against, as he faces Yordan now with an 0-2 count. It'll be Yordan and then Christian Walker and Joey Loperfido due up. Ground ball slowly hit to the left side. Michael Garcia will be there to make the play. Yordan with a 1 for 4 days. He grounds out to start the 9th. Now Christian Walker will bat. I think if the game was a little bit closer, you might see either Isaac Paredes or Jose Altuve on deck to hit for Joey Loperfido, as tough as Lynch is on lefties. But it is a 4-0 game, and it looks like Joey will get a lefty on lefty at bat. Walker fouls one back. When Joe does give one of his veterans a day off, he does like to, if he can, give them the complete day off. He's used Taylor Trammell and Christian Vasquez in this game. Vasquez caught the last half inning after Colin Price was pinch hit for. So your only options would be one of the veteran infielders to hit for Loperfido. It's 1-1 the count to Walker. Christian has a single. He's also reached on an error. He's officially 1 for 3 today. That ball into left. Collins will make the play for out number 2. Astros down to their final out here in the 9th. Here's what we have coming up, Lumber. After this road trip ends, the Astros head back home for a 6-game homestand against the AL Central Tigers and Guardians, with an off day on Thursday, then off to Toronto and Detroit on the next road trip.
That's a lot of baseball back-to-back for the Astros after that Thursday day off.
And a lot of AL Central coming up. Mariners lost today, so they still lead the division with a record of 37-36. They are 1 game over 500, leading the AL West. Loperfido rolls one to the right side, and the Astros will be shut out on this Sunday afternoon by 3 different Royals pitchers. Stephen Kolek getting 22 of the outs. Steven Cruz 2, and now Daniel Lynch a 1-2-3 9th. As the Royals win the final game of this 3-game series, Astros take 2 out of 3, end up the road trip 3-3, and heading back home for the Tigers tomorrow. Make sure to stay with us for the Astros postgame show presented by Whataburger. Kevin Eschenfelder and Brian Bogusevic are your hosts. Lauren Callender helping out with interviews in the Astros clubhouse. Final score, Royals 4, Astros 0. Postgame show next.
% off Hoka Clifton. Save big on golf balls and take up to $400 off bikes. Shop in-store and online now to save on Father's Day gifts at Dick's.
Kevin Eschenfelder, Brian Bogusevic. Got the postgame coming up in just a little bit. We won't have much offense to talk about. Astros going for a sweep here today. We've seen this, feels like we've seen this a lot, that when they get a chance for that sweep, the bats just didn't show up today in that third game of the series.
And it felt like everything was lined up for the Astros to go out and get the sweep. They've been swinging the bat very well, scoring a lot of runs. They had the best guy on the mound today, Spencer Arrighetti, who's done nothing but win this year, and it just did not work out that way today.
Yeah, local product Stephen Kolek was outstanding. We'll talk about that, plenty more. All coming up on the postgame show presented by Whataburger.
So check our website for service times and join us this weekend at Woodlands Church.
Back at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, where the Royals defeat the Astros today 4-0, taking the final game of this three-game series after the Astros won the first.
Game on SCHN is brought to you by Whataburger. Your favorite burger made hot and fresh, just the way you like it. By your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
With airless tires designed for exploring new frontiers. Michelin.